Today we work on the queue and exit for Bubbleshot. I'm Mostly Average Matt and this is Planet Coaster Harder Mode. Hello and welcome back to Planet Coaster Harder Mode. Today we have a pretty tedious episode. So you already know we're working on the exit and the queue line for Bubbleshot. And I certainly jumped in over my head with the custom railings. I really underestimated the amount of time that they take. But man, do they look so much better than any of the other railings. So for a good portion of the beginning of this video, that is what we work on. We didn't get quite as far as I wanted to with some of the other areas of the park, such as like the Swift Drifters and stuff like that, but we do finish the queue line and the exit for Bubbleshot, which was an area that I really didn't want to have to mess around with. We can pretty much mark it done. We do have a little bit of foliage that needs to go around the exit path, but I chose not to do that because I still need to build the building for the Swift Drifter ride, which if you guys have a name suggestion for that, I was thinking of like the Whip, which is a ride at Knoebels, and actually I think it's the Big Whip or something like that, and then there is the Whip at Hershey Park. The ride itself is probably not going to look like at either of those, or at least the building, but you never know. I was seeing some inspiration from the Whip, the Big Whipper, or whatever it is at Knoebels, so you might see some come from that. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And we can take a look at trying to get that in there for you guys. But I do want to do a quick update before I start rambling about who knows really anything but the video. So I've been messing around with my graphics a lot in game to try and make it a little bit easier to play, especially in the challenge mode where I want to keep the park running. I don't want to pause the game and then just all of a sudden just have a brand new area and go with that. I want to make sure the park can sustain itself without me paying attention to it for an extended period of time. That to me, that is truly succeeding at the challenge mode of this game. And you know, we at some point we are going to take a look at actually completing challenges. In one of the seasons we'll probably focus on that in the future, but right now we're working on building the base of our park. We got it up and running here in season 1, and then we are going to jump into season 2 in not the next episode, the following episode after that. I do have a lot of work to complete before we wrap up season 1, so that's exciting. And we are also making a major change to our park operations. So if you paid attention to and I repeat this in the live portion, so I'm sorry that I'm saying it twice, but if you watched the last video where we really just focused again on trying to take care of some of the tedious stuff we had at the first aid building. If you missed it, make sure you go check it out. But we are also, I also laid out the plan where we're going to change our park from a charge per ride to a charge at entry to the park. We're not going to charge for any of our rides, so I don't know. I haven't been successful at that in Planet Coaster, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of help. If you have any suggestions, make sure to let me know in the comment section. But actually, what we're working on right now, I saw that our priority pass, it puts a team member there where they enter the line to make sure no one's trying to cheat the system and go up that doesn't have that. And because this is elevated, there's stairs, it's very awkward. Like, she's just literally standing there in the smallest of platforms. There's no railing whatsoever. So I was like, oh, we're going to build a little building for her, make it the most comfortable room to be in. If she was sitting, she would have a chair, but we do throw Bubble's face on both sides of it, just to kind of break up the white. I think it actually is like the perfect size for it. But it also prevents me from having to do some more of the custom fencing, which I did not enjoy. So that is a huge, huge win in my book for that. Yeah, so in other news with the channel, if you are following me, you'll know that I put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. I'm doing my best not to change that, but sometimes it does get a little stressful on my life. So I would also recommend following me, and this is a shameless plug, follow me at Mostly Average Matt on Twitter, and that's Mostly AVG Matt. And that is where I have the most updates that come out for the channel. So like if I'm having an issue, or if I get stuck at work where I just can't produce a video, that's where, that's basically the only place that I'm going to post it. I'm not the reason on why I don't have a video out. I'll always put something up there, but I unfortunately with life sometimes I just can't get to the videos all the time. Maybe I'll take a vacation or something like that. But that is going to be the best place. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Again, that's Mostly Average Matt, Mostly AVG Matt. Just to stay up to date with everything that I've got going on. And that way I can keep you guys up to date. Because I like to post a bunch of stuff, especially about theme parks. I love to talk theme parks. And I actually work at one. So if you have any questions, or you just want to talk theme parks, let me know. Tweet at me and we'll get something going, because I can talk about it for a long time. So going back to the video, what you're looking at, I reworked the line, and I was getting really fed up with doing the custom fencing, so I was like, well, how can we do the planners, because we have this weird shape here, and you know, I had the D in there, which made no sense whatsoever. But then as I started messing around with it, I started to like it more and more. And the only thing that I really needed to solve was we had the change in elevation, so I needed to fix that. And I was like, well, we already have a change in elevation. Like, I made the change in elevation, so we just grab our retaining wall that we used over by Invertigo and the Carousel and Bear Paw Eats, and it turned out great. I think it looks right. It fits in pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. We do eventually start putting down some fences, some just the in-game fences, to keep people away from the track itself. That's a little bit lower. And I had a couple different versions of it, and I ended up settling for one that it protects a bigger area around it, and I don't even remember where we get to it, so it's probably a little bit further down. There's some areas I just forgot to do. Oh, here we go. So you can see the first time that I do it, we have this really narrow fence. And I was like, oh, that's enough. And then as I was looking at it, I was like, if someone jumps up into that planner, if they can reach your hand over they can probably get pretty close to a train that is flying by. And we do this on both sides. And actually, I fix the side behind bubble balloons out here, and then we fix the other side. We just kind of put it in the middle of the planner, and I think it kind of works out better. It does make the foliage a little bit more challenging to put in. And then we also, on the other side by bubble balloons, we tried a couple different areas with picnic benches before adding in more planners, which we just try a whole bunch of different types of versions here to try and get something. I finally thought I had something that works, and then I realized some of the dirt showed through on the corners. So we had to go with the diagonal path, or diagonal planters. And where the overlaps, which I don't know if you could see it, but we'll put in like a lamp or something. We didn't do it in this because we didn't add any lighting. But overall, it does the job. And once we start adding in the plants and shrubs and everything, it starts to look much better. Now, as I started to do that, I realized I never protected the guests from anything coming off the brake run. So I figured, you know what, I need to do a trough that would catch any type of grease or something that could come off brakes, any liquid. So we add that in there. I think it looks fine. It's just art shapes. They're just white, so it's nothing too crazy. But we may actually put the Bubbleshot logo on the side now that I'm looking at it. That would really kind of break up the whiteness that it has going on there. So now we just start adding in trees, and we start finishing up the area. We really just focus on not having anything go through the ride itself as it flies by. We add some flowers into the middle, and I think the whole area really starts to come together. And there were certainly, as I was putting in some of the trees, I was really starting to doubt. I was like, I feel like I'm really putting in too many shrubs, like I'm overdoing it. But I just kept going with what I thought was looking good. And let me know if I added too many bushes. But we are running out of time-lapse footage, so I will see you in the live portion. Hello and welcome to the live portion of today's video. Boy, I hope you enjoyed the time-lapse footage. We certainly did a lot of tedious work in this episode, and I think it turned out pretty good. Unfortunately, we only got a chance to work on the queue area for Bubbleshot, including the exit. I was a little over ambitious here with the custom railing. It certainly looks great, but it took way too long to do. And then I also had this idea to throw in, so this person, because of the way the priority queue is set up, this person is just kind of floating here. There's no way for her, she has no support in the back, so if she were to fall backwards, she would die. Hopefully not die, but so we decided, we're going to make this one a little bit nicer. We're going to give them an air conditioner. We'll put Bubbles' face on there, and I think it turned out pretty. I didn't want it to be super detailed. I just wanted it to be, you know what it is, or you see it. It doesn't look out of. And I think I accomplished that. I really wish I could get rid of these arrow thingies, but I can't. So the green arrows get to stay there. We were able to do the custom fencing. We have a little bit of overgrown trees in this area as well because it's a little bit more difficult to get to. I did use ooh, I just got stuck in a balloon. I did that a couple times during the time lapse. But I did use a few, or a lot actually, where I made the path the exact same color as the concrete city tarmac terrain, and I just used that to fill in the space because there was just no other way. It would have just looked awkward if I would have found a way to put bushes or something like that in there. So I just used that, and I think it turned out pretty nice. You know, this wouldn't necessarily be something that you wouldn't see in a theme park. You'd probably see like a little gate over here in case they wanted to filter people somewhere, or a team member needed to move through there. But overall, pretty nice. We did use the planter pieces to make our little pathway, which turned out a lot nicer than I thought it was going to. And then we added this planter in the middle to separate the queue from the exit, and just having these white flowers in there just because. We also added in, wow, that was loud. We added in 2 picnic benches with some, we have a rogue tree. It's a little too high. Which is fine. Alright, so now it's fixed. I did want a little bit of overgrow. I think I may have done it a little bit too much, especially in this area. So let's see. I don't know if I go up high. Oh no, that's far enough away. That's fine. This guy, he can also come up higher. So, I did want a little bit of overgrow in this area. Wasn't sure how it was going to look, and it's not bad. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, even though some areas I did go crazy, like this area. This whole area, as we zoom by, is just a mess. We had to come up with a solution for the terrain height change here. So we just copied our retaining wall that's over in front of the carousel and Bear Paw Eats over here. And, you know, it's really kind of hidden, so you don't really even see it, even when you're down here. Like, you can see it there, but that's really about it. So, again, there's more vegetation in this area. For whatever reason, I chose to do that. We do need, debating if I want to put pillars that'll kind of break up this white blotch. If you think I should, make sure you let me know in the comments, or if you have another idea. I don't want to do the bubbles because they just, I have them everywhere. So I don't want to do too many of them. So maybe just having a few, maybe even just using these pillars, just breaking them off the grid and getting them down here so we can break it up a little bit. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I'm struggling a little bit what to do there. We do have some nice viewpoints now for Bubbleshot. So if you are coming around, so you've always had the one where it goes across the path, it shoots the bubbles out here. We did not put the bubbles over the cube because I thought that was just a bit too much. You can also see Bubbleshot down through the trees. You get a really nice view of it coming around here. You can even see the people on the train as it banks into the inside on over there. You come around, you continue to get more as you go through. It obviously flies over the entrance. I mean, it flies over the entrance. But one nice thing about the entrance and where I placed it here, you can see right underneath this airtime hill, you have the lift hill, which is really nice. When you're walking through the queue, you have it surrounding you. So you're obviously going to have that. We need to put a thing to catch any grease or liquid. So we have, oh, what did I do here? Oh, I didn't copy everything that I needed to. That's all right for now. Yeah, so we have this little like trough here that we catch it. This is really bothering me, so let's get the home. Maybe. There we go. There, and there we go. Now we're all set. So you have this trough thing that's a little offset here, but I'm not too concerned about that. You're never going to see that. And then as you come up here, you do have the view over to the carbonator ride. You have the train that comes flying. Whoa. Camera. What the? You have the train comes flying over, and then you are obviously in the station. Our priority pass line, still pretty nice. Like I said, we already kind of did that walk. As you're coming out, you'll have a nice view of whatever we put over here. Hopefully it'll be a coaster or something. You come down, you do have the sight line of this drop with a little bit of the safety barriers. You come down here and you run into the bubble balloons. And then one last shot of the coaster, and we're about to see it fly over this hill. You can also, if you need to sit down, you have some benches here that we already went over as well. And then come out to the outside. You are going to have some good interaction with it over our Swift Drifter ride. I was hoping that I would be able to get to that in this episode, but I just didn't have the time. This fence took way too long. I didn't realize I didn't get rid of all that. I don't want anything selected. But there will be a lot of interaction with this queue. You'll be able to look out this way, or you can watch Swift Drifters as well. So I think this will look really cool once I get this whole thing. This will have a whole building cover over it as well to fit the area. And then our white wall, I didn't do anything over here because I wanted to wait until I got this whole this attraction covered with the building. And then again, I don't know if I want to put the panels or not panels, supporting structure or whatever I want to do just to kind of break up the white. I don't want to do the bubbles again, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe even put like a small shop over here on this side as well. So yeah, that was pretty much everything that we did for this episode. But as we always do, we will go through our park management features. And Happy This is at a 98%, which is incredible. The most profitable ride is Bubbleshot, which I kind of thought that was going to be the case once we started getting people over there. Bear Paw Eats Pizza Pen is the most profitable, which I don't know if I've ever had a pizza pen be the most profitable shop. Our staff is 99% happy, so that's great. Security, yes, I did. There was a lot of pickpocket. There's a lot of pickpocket problems, so we'll have to take a stab at fixing that here shortly. Our rides, we are making a ton of money. No surprise there. Our shops, we are losing a lot of money, and we will come back to that. We don't have any loans. Park management, we know we're going to lose money. It's all staff wages, no surprise there. No research, no marketing, and our staff. So if we look down through here, for the most part, everyone is alright. Nothing too crazy going on so far? Laurel, you're kind of tired, so you should probably get to a staff building. But I don't see anything that causes concern in the staff. In the gas, happiness, like I said, is 97%. Energy is 73%. The teen groups, they need to eat and drink, and the family groups need the restroom and nausea. Stepped in sick is still at 11%. That's fine. Don't have the money. Priority passes are for suckers. That is absolutely correct. Racing Rex is the best, so that's cool. Let's get to our attractions. So Carbonator is now starting to age. Actually, we need to take a look at Bubbleshot quick. Even though we're not going to be charging... Oh god. Oh god. Frame rates. We're going to be changing the entire management of our park here. We will still try and make as much money as we can prior to doing that. And if you haven't seen the last episode of this series, make sure you go ahead and check it out. I go over a lot of what I plan to do as we wrap up season 1. And that's exactly the same, so that's fine. Bullshot's good. But we are basically looking to go from a park that charges for their attractions to a park that charges for entry only. So we will see how we do with that. We're hoping to start that in the next few episodes. So make sure you're paying attention because we are going to be working on that coming up here in a very soon episode. So basically, I just updated Carbonator as it's aging. The price had to come down. I overestimated the drop. So it said I could have charged $21. I dropped it to $18 just to be safe, so we can keep trying to make money. And then Swift Twisters is still okay. It's still established, so I'm not too worried about that yet. Our shops and stalls. We actually have quite a few of them making money now, which is really nice. Hot Dog House is losing a ton of money. What's going on with the Hot Dog House? Oh, I don't have enough money. That's fine. Hopefully once we switch the way the park operates, that will start to fix everything. Priority passes for suckers. That is still true. Still true. It's just really not. I just don't have enough of enough attractions that have the ability to do that. Random stuff is just constantly losing money. This is probably the worst shop that I have, and it is in such a good location. Well, it used to be in a great location. It's right by the hotel. Right on like the main strip here. Or like if anyone's walking from one of these rides to one of these rides, they have to pass it. Hats Fantastic is doing... Actually, I don't know what Hats Fantastic is doing. The Dome Protectors, sorry. They're losing a lot of money too, so apparently they are not in a great location. But I'm making enough money not to care. We're at $534,000. I think we're fine. Our facilities, yeah, we're going to lose money on those. No surprise. Our small attractions, we continue to lose money on it, except for the coaster crane where we made $6.63. So great. That's fine. No big deal. I'm not too concerned about it. Hotels, I think we need to make some small changes. We actually made $11. Wow. We made $11 with our hotel last month. Never mind. We are not changing anything. No, we will change a few things here. So let's go and how do I get to the hotel? No, that's not the hotel. All right, so we have 12 rooms, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are luxury rooms. So no, this building is made of a lot of different things. There is my bird making an appearance again. So sorry about that. You just can't stop and he goes off at the same time every single day. So he'll be going for a few more times. He should stop soon. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I in the 5th one? What the? Oh man, this is extremely challenging to navigate. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5. Alright. So we need, let's edit this. We will delete this building, this one. Please. Can I? Holy crap, my bird is going nuts. I have it selected. Come on. Okay. So 66 and 64. Those are the ones that we need. Six and 64. Okay, come on. Why can I not delete this? I want to edit the building, edit the building. There we go. We will get our hotel in here. We just want a standard room. Oh, my. Oh man, this is extremely difficult. Throw that in there, throw that one in there. Okay. Boy, that was way harder than what I thought it was going to be. So there we go. So we have 12. So adding 2 more rooms, hopefully that will draw more people to get it to it, so that we get more people in. Because the luxury rooms, I have it set to it requires a priority pass, and I mean, if you don't have a priority pass, you're not going to be able to do it. So hopefully we'll make $12 next month. We'll see. Our restaurant, losing $1,100 a month. That sounds about right. We have 3 tables out of 22 taken. So I think we need to just delete a couple of these tables. So let's go in here. We have 5. So alright, let's edit our building here. This one should be. I sure hope that this is going to be easier to manipulate here. We got a whole bunch of things sticking out everywhere. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So let's see, how much does that drop it? 10. Okay, so that should, that should make sense. So if each one has 5 tables in it, we should be okay then. Chops is practically deserted. We're 4 stars. That's perfect. Procedering rating's 100. We're at the adult venue. So hopefully, and if I really need to, I can look to delete the one, but I think we'll be okay with that. So let's go ahead and get back into our management. Hopefully we'll see by the next episode, the season finale, that everything is making money. I don't have high hopes for some stuff, but I have high hopes for jobs. What else do we have in here? We don't have anything else on this end. Security, like I said, we had some issues with security, but I actually think that I'm going to add a bunch of security cameras, so I think that will most likely be in the next episode. I don't want to just spamming security cameras isn't going to be all that exciting. So we'll hold off on doing that for now, and I think that's pretty much it that we have for this episode. We will take a look at our notifications. That I don't like. I don't like that things are empty. Are we having an issue with our vendors? Okay. So that's good. Okay. I don't know what the issue was with all that stuff. Maybe while I was messing around with things. Maybe I screwed it all up, but thefts didn't get all that bad. There was one where it was like 17 or something like that, and then I guess our security team went to work and that was it. So yeah, I think we are all set for this one. Oh, that person needs to go to the bathroom. Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She just went to the bathroom. I need to find a restroom. Yes. Yes, you do. Look at all that money you spent. You only spent $118. That's like 4 rides in this park. So, anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you didn't, make sure you leave a dislike and a comment so I know how to fix whatever I screwed up, because I screw up all the time. And if you want to find some more awesome Planet Coaster content, check out my channel, Mostly Average Matt. We got videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.